This is the Wacker Neuson VP 1550. This is the WA model, which indicates that it's got a Honda on it and it's got a water attachment for asphalt. Let's just kind of go over the machine in general first. It's a 200-pound unit. It makes about 97 decibels of noise, so you should wear hearing protection on it. Be aware your neighbors will hear you if you're doing it at 10 o'clock at night. And the machine is about almost 24 inches long. It's about 23, I think, to be exact. And it's about 20 inches wide, 19.5, I think, to be exact. It's a complete compactor, and what that really means is it's a machine that's designed to create a vibration to settle soils. And so what it's used for is for granulated soils, for 3/4 minus, for 3/4 plus, 2-inch rock, whatever you need. But it has to be something that can be compacted. You really wouldn't use a plate compactor on clay because clay doesn't really compact, or any other hard substance. The machine itself is really nice for a couple of reasons. One, you can see that the entire unit is suspended on a series of rubber mounts, and so the vibration unit and the handles are all designed to take vibration away from you, the user, on the end of it. So the machine is really designed to be user-friendly and easy on you. I've old models where you come out with numb hands after you're done using it. That won't happen on this machine, or it shouldn't happen to anywhere the degree that the older models used to. It creates about 5,800 vibrations per minute. That's quite a bit. So that gives you an idea. And it's a unidirectional. It only travels forward. It'll travel on gravel and whatnot. It'll travel about 65 feet a minute. On asphalt, it'll travel about 75 feet a minute. The compaction depth, I've heard people say, oh, that compactor, you can go down a foot with that. You can go down 13 inches with that. No, you can't. The compactor is you're meant to put on layer after layer as you compact. So this particular model is designed for you to put down about an 1.1 inches, or 30 millimeters if you're from Europe, of material, and then you compact it, and then when it goes from vibration to jumping, and that's the key really to running a compactor and understanding what you're doing, is when a compactor starts jumping, that means you're no longer vibrating and settling the soil. It means the machine is hitting a hard surface, and not only does that damage the plate and potentially damage the engine and the components, but you're not doing anything. So it's as soon as the plate starts jumping, that's when you stop using it and you put on your next layer of material and run the plate compactor over it again. This particular model, because it has this water tank, you can use it on asphalt. There is a petcock here that you turn to open and release water that then drips out of this front piece and collects on the front of the plate and keeps the asphalt from sticking to the plate as you're running it. It'll compact up to a 30-inch, the directions say it'll compact up to a 30-degree slope, though you may have to help it a bit to do it. Obviously be careful when you're doing that. It's got a gallon gas tank. It uses about a quart an hour, so that means that this machine will run about 4 hours on a gallon of fuel. That's good to know. And that's about it as to the machine itself. There is a plate that we don't have on it, but we own, that allows you to compact on pavers and whatnot. So when you put your pavers in, you want to settle them in, you can use this machine with a rubber plate on the top of it, and it floats on your pavers and settles them in properly so you don't have any movement later on. So it's a really nice machine when you're finishing your sidewalk and your walkways. But again, it's unidirectional, which means that you have to be able to turn it around and come back on it. You can't compact backwards with this machine. If you are trying to go backwards and forwards, come up to the sides of houses, back away, come up to the sides of decks and back away, you got to rent another machine that does both forward and backwards. They're slightly more expensive, but it's worth it if that's what your project is all about. The Honda starts like any other Honda. First and foremost, you got to do what I forget to do all the time. Every time I complain that the machine's not working, I haven't turned the on-off switch on. So turn the on, and there's your fuel petcock. So it has fuel pointed this way and has even an on label right there. So you turn it to on. And a angled piece like this means choke on. So if I want to choke the engine, I go towards that. And when I'm done choking it, I go away. I see a lot of people start engines on full bore, choked all the way out. If the engine's properly maintained, and all ours are, you don't need to do that. You can go down to minimum, come up a 1/4 inch, put your choke on, and as soon as you hear it start popping, you'll watch me do it in front of you right now. You butter this back, and you'll get a nice easy vibration, and the plate compactor doesn't take off on you. So let's go ahead and see if we can get it started right now. It wants to go. Maybe it doesn't need to be choked. There it is. So that's about the noise of a Honda running. You can see it start to vibrate now. When you are going to plate compact, get behind the machine so you have control of it, reach down and turn that up full, and this machine will take off on you doing 65 feet a minute and compacting whatever you're up to. And it does seem on this, at this point, you want to kind of take it up about a 1/2 inch when you start it up. And we had just started earlier, so I didn't need to choke it. But if you're using the choke as it's kind of, it makes a kind of a choking noise. Maybe that's where choke came from. It'll start kind of choking. And you'll just kind of do this and walk it back. And if it starts sounding like it's dying, just take this up a hair and you'll butter it right into running just right. So that's the Wacker Neuson 1550 WA plate compactor. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do. It's very yellow and it's a lot of fun.